us off and underway. They'll be going right to left on your screens. Been treated to a lot of exciting football this week with the Australia Cup payoff rounds, and here we are with Friday night football kicked off and underway. Mindil do that. There's Bird. Comes across here to Matthew Barnard, of another player, I think, making his first, certainly his debut starting appearance for Mindil in centre back. Very, very young prospect for the Aces. There's another youngster there who's made a decent life into the Reds centre back line. That's Christos Dionysiou. Rafael Yayakos looking to lift it over the top, and Thomas Bird can quell that one. Just control possession in his defensive half. Mifsud to his right. Instead he elects to go forward and surrenders possession. That's Matete to Stevenson, looking to come away from Aquara, and tackled and loses possession. The Reds throw. Goes there quickly. Isaac Voicey takes possession. He looks to crossfield. There's a youngster there, Joseph Mutalemba, trying to come forward. Possession kind of tick-tacking in the middle here. McDowell taking on Voicey, and he comes wide here for Cameron. First time ball forward, looking for Aquara. Chubulic gets across and makes a good challenge. Puts Aquara to ground, and it's a Mindil throw here out wide. Mifsud comes to Bird. Now Bird lifts this long and high. Looking to bring it down for the Aces is Matthew Wright. Forced wide by Mutalemba. Gets in the cross. Chubulic with the header out. Further out there by Davies. That's Emmanuel Kipiator for the Aces, who will clean up with possession. Now Barnard into the centre there for Clifford Maynor. Plenty of time there. Goes back to Bird. Bird looking to advance forward with possession. Finds Mifsud in this wide area. Yin trying to apply some pressure. Now Bird once again to McDowell. Flick on pass there for Prifty. Matete trying to get in there early. Now Aquara, Cameron, and that one will just trail out of play for a goal kick. So both teams will certainly be up for this Friday night contest, and we'll see which of them ultimately proves the more desperate for 3 points this evening. Kathapoulos, Yayakos, now Mutalemba. Joseph Mutalemba coming forward now with possession. Now Yayakos looking to go back to the direction of Mutalemba, but Wright will just get out there and marshal it behind for a goal kick. Now Bird, another youngster on the pitch that just played that from the goal kick is Vincent Mondol as well. One of the younger goalkeepers in this division. Already a couple clean sheets to his name as well, and certainly a nurtured prospect at the Aces as well. So free kick for Olympic, just inside, I think, their own defensive half, or just beyond. Yayakos being put to ground, and Chubulic goes quickly to Davies now. Possession looking to go wide. Mutalemba. He ultimately loses possession. Right now McDowell, flicked forward to Kipiator, back to Kane McDowell, away from Matete. Now McDowell looking for the outside of the foot pass. Cameron takes possession, back across goal for Aquara, and that one goes in. 1-0 for the Aces. It's an early finish there, and they're already up 1-0. Past 4 minutes there. Good interplay by the Aces here. See McDowell taking on Matete in the centre of the park, and outside of the foot pass found Cameron, and well, he cut it across goal, and Aquara was there lying in wait. Took possession and scores once again. The goal machine is mentioned in the early segment prior to kickoff. Uche Aquara has really been on scoring for fun. Now Aquara once again takes possession. Olympic dispossessed, and Cameron going over the top, and Geekus will be able to thankfully capture that one. No evident danger. Now Yayakos. Outside of the foot pass, finds Chubulic. And now Davies with possession. Going to come forward, held up by Kip Yator. He'll come back to look at Chubulic, and needs to be careful here. Sloppy and being dispossessed. Aquara with a shot, and Aquara nearly followed up again. Chubulic had to clear that. Sloppy play by the centre half, nearly putting Olympic under immediate danger once again. Thankfully for him, his goalkeeper was more than up to the task in keeping that one out. So corner for Mindil. These early stages, just about to tick over the 6th minute here. Perfect conditions for some football here. Australia's top end. It's Clifford Maynard has possession. Puts the corner into the box. Rising is Yin. Edge of the area. Shot is struck, and it just gets deflected out of play for a goal kick. So no immediate danger suffered there. Just a goal kick for Olympic. Taken short yet, Chubulic. Comes wide, Mutalemba touches it wider for Davies. And now Matete, tackled there by Wright. Possession stays alive. Barnard comes across here for Bird. Now Thomas Bird kicks it past Kathapoulos. Can go on a run here. We have players offering. Cameron's one of them. Takes possession and comes back to Matthew Mifsud. Now further across to Mondol. To Maynard. Now Barnard. Looks to send it forward. Trail all the way through here for Davies for Olympic. Voicey putting on a bit of pressure by McDowell, but he comes away with the ball, Isaac Voicey, and now here is Ponlu Yin. Possession, looking to angle one inside, and arriving, and he had to. The back post there was Wright. Just plays it out into touch, so just harmlessly behind for a corner rather than the conceding of a shot or opportunity. So corner kick for Olympic. So Yakos to put this one into the box. It's driven inside. Back post ball. Rising header is in there. Yakos once again takes possession. And it's a penalty. Penalty signalled against Mindil. And I think Olympic have a set piece here. A chance to equalise things. Certainly an opportunity for Olympic to equalise. Kathapoulos, chance to equalise for Olympic. Just tick past 9 minutes here. Will certainly excite the home supporters and create some excitement, certainly for the neutral watching on. Whistle blows, in comes Kathapoulos, on, it's off the bar. Not able to profit on that one, Kathapoulos. And Mondol not even needed in to save there, rattled off the bar. And Olympic unable to take their chance. Prifty flicking it further on here for Aquara, looking to come past Chubulic. Cameron, cross comes into the box, and Matete clears his lines. Very disappointed with that one. Kathapoulos, a chance. Gilt-edged opportunity from the dead ball. Now cross comes in here. Aquara back post. Oh, and he's off the bar. Out for a goal kick. So end-to-end stuff there. Kathapoulos and Olympic missing a chance to level things on one end, and the Aces and Aquara nearly made them pay and doubled their advantage on the other. So certainly frenetic stuff in his opening 10 minutes. Yin tackled and brought to ground. Referee says play on. Matete looking to get in there. Voicey with Olympic with the ball. Mutalemba. Voicey, who won't quite get to that pass. Clifford Mayner. Mifsud back across to Bird. Thomas Bird. Cameron back to Bird. Across to Cameron. Voicey takes possession. Looking to come wide away from McDowell. Voicey looking for a cross ball. Header comes back here to Yin. Chance to drive one inside. Yayakos there. Chance for Yayakos. Oh, that's a wonderful save. Mondol gets involved very early now. That's a wonderful stop to keep things in his advantage. So corner kick. And well, really being made to work early. So Ponley in with the corner. Possible opportunity for Olympic here if they can find the right ball. In comes the delivery. Rising, a flick on header. Immediately out of the box. Yayakos slices a pass across to Jux Matete. He'll come wide. Ponley Yin will take possession. He'll to take it past Cameron and instead takes a touch off the Mindil wingman and out of play for an Olympic throw. Stevenson will come forward to take. So if you're just joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, Uche Aquara early goal. The Aces in front, and Olympic with a missed penalty by Billy Kathapoulos there on your screen. The captain blazing, hitting the crossbar with an opportunity going a bag, and only immediately on the other side it was almost a double whammy where Olympic almost conceded for the second time this evening. Mondol to Barnard, now across to Bird. Thomas Bird finds a pass there in Andrew Prifty. Bird looking to go long. Cameron's made his run through, and Chubulic is able to get there and put a clearance in. And put it far and into the touchline, into the stands as well. So a throw in for Mindil. Taken quickly. Bird looking to come away from Kathapoulos, does really well also. Now Barnard finds Mayner in space. Trying to turn away from it. Tete does it well. He'll ask Bird to come back and retrieve. Ball forward is perhaps on, looking to go forward and over the top. Here's find Aquara through on goal. Uche Aquara looking to drive and drives directly over the bar. But another opportunity, and the Aces are timing their balls well. Of course, we saw 4 goals in open play both nights during the Australia Cup playoffs. A 2-2 draw after extra time in the Newcastle Jets and Melbourne Victory occasion, and that was Jets penalty shootout victory. And then on the Tuesday night, we were entertained to a 4-0 MacArthur victory over the travelling Perth Glory. So Monday and Tuesday, thousands of fans flocked here to Larrakia Park to enjoy the spectacle put on by Football Australia and the Australia Cup. So well-supported event here in the Northern Territory. As now Olympic trying to come their way back into this game. The Aces with the lead here this Friday night. Yakos trying to get away. And there is a free kick there against Bird. I think Yakos always getting away from his man, and Bird arguing the case that he got the ball, but free kick here. Possible opportunity to angle a ball into the box, equalise things. It's always a refocus from a team that has a penalty and misses one. Might have thought that they should have been equal on the scoreboard, but an opportunity now. Kick comes in, decent area. Comes out here to Kipyator. He can pace away. Matete makes a good challenge. Looking to get in there again. Wright will go to ground. Keep possession alive here. Andre Prifty. Stevenson looks to get down, and he gets down very well. Keeps possession. Mifsud still alive for the Aces here in this wide area. James Cameron looking to put a ball forward here. Aquara takes it down well. Delicate feet in the box, Aquara. Matete is able to almost time his positioning to be able to loop around the back and keep possession. So, Mindil throw. 16 minutes gone here. That early Aquara goal is the difference at the moment. Thrown in by Wright there. And off of Mutalembo now to play once again. So Mindil come a little more advanced with the throw. Still with the Aces. And it comes. Taken down by Prifty. Back out wide to Wright. Cross comes in. Headed in there as well by Cameron. Oh. And it looked to get into the far side, but got a touch off the Olympic man, so it's out of play for a corner. And it goes, driven delivery, good header, and trails out behind, goal kick, no corner, despite the pleading of the Mindil players. So no chance there for the second goal just yet. Kikas to collect for the corner. Julich with possession, looking to go forward. Kathapoulis gets there in there first, ahead of Barnard, but referee says illegally, so free kick to Mindil. Goes back to the right. Bird, now Clifford Maynard. Camp with a heavy touch, but a lot of space to operate in. James Cameron still. McDowell. Just a corner for Olympic. Sent forward by Geekus. It was driven low. McDowell timed his header. Now Kipyator with pace to burn here. Cross comes across, and ooh, Aquara wasn't able to get a touch on there, but Andre Prifty will keep it alive. Flag stays down, and he tried to get past the Nasir, but he stood his ground, but he surrenders possession. Cameron, he'll come back here to Mifsud. Cross comes in by Matthew Mifsud, headed by McDowell and behind. Kipyator will get there and keep possession with the Aces. Takes it past Davies, left-footed cross. This might sit perfectly. Back there is Prifty, but Yin clears it for the moment. Mifsud with possession. Cross comes in first time. Cameron looks to let it go over. Cameron still taking it away from Stevenson. Now Matete through the legs of Prifty. Yin tackled behind the ball, and an Olympic free kick in their defensive half. So a couple of chances already in these 20 minutes for the Aces. Olympic will certainly be ruining on that penalty miss. Would have made them level at the moment. So Hagikas, Yenasiu taking possession, looking to drive it forward. Yin trying to try the cheeky touch as Cameron looking to poke it forward. Matete diving in, but Prifty still with possession for the Aces. And Matete does well in defence, but now it's McDowell. Still with Kane McDowell, wide for Prifty, sorry, for Mifsud, and Mifsud's cross was in a decent position, just not able to fashion the right one for a teammate to get onto the end of. So Stevenson's ball forward, deflected, and Voicey rises with a good header. Ponlu Yin takes it down, pushed off the ball by Mifsud. Asserting his strength there. Now Clifford Maynard. Maynard's ball forward, finds Cameron. Combining with Stevenson there, can Olympic come out of their defence? Goes back to Geekus, and his ball is high and it's driven wide. Yin keeps it alive. Bird. Possession alive with the Aces still. Prifty can turn away from a couple, chancing a shot from distance, and really not on balance there as he struck the ball. So for Olympics' sake, it's just out behind for goal kick. Geekus. Led here to Luka Chulovic and finds Mutalemba. Cross here for Yayakos. Stevenson offered in this wide area. Looking to go down the line as Mifsud drives it forward. Acquira, but Chulovic reads it first, and now the Nasir in defence. Drives a pass in for Yayakos, and asking a lot of Voicey here, but Kipyator's got the pace to edge over his opposition as Maynard combines there. Now McDowell across for Cameron and Acquira, and it goes in. It's another goal for the Aces, and I think Acquira will claim that one. Uche Acquira, the second for Mindil. See if we can catch a replay of that one, just to see what occurred there. See Clifford Maynard there with possession. He put it forward, and Cameron here with a flick on. Ball over the top, and Acquira stayed on side, and did go in. Able to get there, the Nasir potentially didn't have the pace to get to it, or just thought it was going to go out. But either way, James Cameron with 2 assists, and Che Acquira with 2 goals to start this one. And we're only in the 24th minute here as Stevenson has the ball. Now Yin in for a cross, right with the header. Stevenson still committed forward here. So here is Tane Stevenson. Needs a teammate to offer, instead he goes just short and back to Yin. Going to come past a couple, can't quite get forward, and it's a drifted forward ball. Acquira looking to come away from Chubulic, does well with Acquira. Tete gets back as well. Now Kipyator will receive possession in this wide area. Going to come past Davies. Emmanuel Kipyator drives it across. Oh, Acquira there for his hat-trick. But Geekus is able to get out to that one. And now Honlu Yin with possession. Stevenson, played down by Prifty. Now Vernasiu is Sloppy passes given away, and once more, Matete needs to be good here. Matete does well. Now it's wide to Yin. Touch inside for Yakos, looking for the oncoming run of Ponlu Yin. Instead, Bird will just look to marshal it out, use his strength. He does so well. Goal kick for MINDIL. Barnard. To Mondo. Bird. Prifty, going to come away from Matete. And just hoisted up into the air by Ponlu Yin in a frustrated fashion, but gives possession away again. Here's right. Chubulic not quite knowing whether to commit to that. And free kick conceded by Olympic here. And a set piece opportunity for MINDIL. And they've got no shortage of set piece specialists in this team. Taking the ball and looking to profit here. Maynard and Prifty. My money's on Hendry Prifty. He's certainly proven to find the back of the net from areas like this. Be looking to do so once more. Give his team a 3-goal advantage. Only played 26.5 minutes here. Northcrest scoreboard reads 2-0 in favour of the Aces. And in comes Prifty with the strike over the wall. Oh, and that was dipping, but just not enough. Over the wall, just not over and under as was required. So a let off there. Goal kick for Olympic taken quickly. Chulovic back to Geekus, and now he'll come wider to Vinicius. Can he keep it in? Will. Stevenson. Mifsud. Find Cameron, but Stevenson has possession. Ponlu Yin back to Jux Matete. Come away from Aquara. Still with Matete. Forces it wide here. Joseph Mujalemba takes the touch. Behind him, though, Kipiator will arrive and put it out into touch. Throw in for Olympic on this far side. Davies to go to Kathapoulos, but it's cut out there. Bird just hoists it forward. Not a bad idea when you have Prifty there in company. Voicey for Olympic, and now Jux Matete. Yakos with possession. Back to Matete. Still with Jux Matete. Back to Chulovic. Wider here finds Adam Davies. Outside of the football, looking for Kathapoulos. He gets there as well and puts it out for a goal kick. Referee says no corner. Driven forward now by Bird from the goal kick. Voicey's header goes backwards. Stevenson be an erred clearance. Ponlu Yin goes back. Matete, Stevenson looked for Voicey, but he finds Maynard now. McDowell, the skipper for MINDIL. Yakos goes forward to Kathapoulos. They're going to keep it alive with Voicey. Barnard behind play. Now here is Muchalemba, but Wright's able to get to it and make the right decision. Sends it out and behind, out of the stadium there. So that ball will need to be retrieved. You'd like to think so, as Davies will take the throw in. Voicey takes possession down, looks to jostle his way away from Maynard. Kathapoulos struck the arm, but referee was quick to pick up on that one. So free kick against Olympic. Against the skipper. Ball struck the arm, as it is said. Comes across now for Bird once more. Touch inside for Matthew Barnard. Ball comes across for Bird. Nearly picking that one off there, Kathapoulos. Thomas Bird. Driving it forward and high. Wright gets in there on the header. Chulovic takes it down. And Davies almost barged over there. Play stays alive as Matete comes away with possession. He drives it wide for Mutalemba, but Kipyator certainly has pace to keep up with him. Throw in for Olympic on this far side. Matete inside, Mutalemba. Back to Matete. Now Luka Chulovic. Driven wide here for Tane Stevenson. Finds here Yarkos, looking to play it back immediately, but not quite there as McDowell's able to keep possession for the Aces. Ever so composed as the Aces captain threads the needle and takes it forward now. Cameron's in space. The Aces looking to hit back here, and they can do so. James Cameron comes forward with possession, looking to drive on this left-hand side into the box, away from Stevenson. James Cameron still puts it across, and Geekus is able to get down and gather it. Throw it out quickly. Voicey picked off there momentarily by Maynard. Prifty driven back, but now he finds a pocket of space. Andre Prifty drives forward. Now Cameron going to come back to Prifty. Matete puts it forward. Here's Ponlu Yin driving forward with possession. Ponlu Yin, he puts this out into space. Asks a lot of Joseph Mutalemba. Put it behind him and kind of not in his exact stride. So had to try and angle the run to ensure that he could get there ahead of his man, but wasn't able to. Kathapoulos drives one towards the box, but goes out of play for a goal kick. Just a goal kick for the Aces, and really haven't been put under too much pressure, it has to be said. Mondol has been very good measure to keep his clean sheet for more than 1/3 of this game. Driven forward by Barnard. It's off the knee of Davies. Chulovic, Voicey. Chulovic now sends it forward. Unfortunately, Barnard's able to mop it up for the Olympic side. Mondol drives it wide to Mifsud. Goes down the line. Blind pass as Stevenson picks it up. Straight into Prifty's feet. And goes wide here for Cameron. Cameron wide for Aquara. Tete trying to get in there, and it is a Mindil throw-in. Mifsud. Throw-in back to Bird. Takes possession under his shoulder and looks to go forward. Aquara in the open space. They're going to come past Chulovic. Tackle gets in there that time from the Olympic defender. Mutalemba trying to keep this in his possession, but not quite able to, as Wright goes wide to Kipyator, and now he can drive past Chulovic. Kipyator's cross, headed out by Vinicius. Voicey, McDowell, Chulovic's header goes out. Now Mutalemba out wide here, and he just stumbles over himself and goes into touch. He's been certainly playing above perhaps his level. Mutalemba has done well though to certainly force his way into this side, but perhaps just coming a bit too early. As now Prifty turns away with possession. Now Clifford Maynard to Wright. Back here to Prifty. Ball through here. Maynard driving forward, still with possession. Going to cut it back, and Prifty with a shot. Blocked, I think, into Chulovic and out and behind for a corner. Another one for Mindil. And another one to try and force a third goal. Really drive home some strength in this scoreline. So corner kick for Mindil. Referee just laying down the instruction as the ball comes in. Prifty. Header into Monks there. Voicey a little bit out. Clifford Maynard. Possession for Mindil's able to take it down now. Mifsud. Barnard, and that one just goes helplessly out of play for a goal kick to Olympic. So less than 10 minutes of regulation time remain here. 2-0 the scoreline. It's been 2 Uche Aquara goals, courtesy of James Cameron for both. That is the difference. Matete looking to send this forward. Headed in by Yin, but no Yakos there to receive. Yin thought the ball was coming wide. Now Maynard, Andre Prifty taking possession, looking to come forward. Chulovic there in the way. And Barnard's able to read it ahead of Kathapoulos, and there's a free kick in there. So Mindil set piece. Taken short. Clifford Maynard is out wide. Space to operate now. Mifsud coming inside for McDowell. Just so composed and calm under possession is Kane McDowell. Messy stuff here. Now the Olympic defence. Voicey coming away with possession. And Matthew Barnard does extremely well. He plays it wide to Kipyator, and Davies is just able to put it out into touch, relieves some of the pressure that was being hurled straight towards the Olympic defence. And now here is Wright, plays it inside, finds the feed of McDowell, back to Wright, cross comes in very high, and Geekus is able to gather that one relatively unattended as Stevenson now with possession is able to take it and go forward. Holds it up by Aquara. Centrally now finds Jux Matete. Going further wide, he is Adam Davies. Going to go forward. A deflection off the Aces player has allowed Mutalemba to go forward, and he takes the deflected touch off of Wright and puts it out for a throw-in. And it goes. Yakos there. Back to Mutalemba. Across to Voicey, but he allows it to roll. Matete trying to come forward. Matete with a strike, and Mondol's able to make the relatively simple save. Parried it down and is able to collect it easily on the second attempt as Barnard now has possession. Back to Mondol. Now here is Bird. All the way and across. Finds Barnard. Youngster comes forward with possession. Kipyator trying to turn his man as Chulovic will look to just put it out into touch. Couldn't quite marshal it wide. So just a throw in. Ponlu Yin out. Voicey. Deflected off there, Voicey. Again, still here for the Aces. McDowell over the top for Aquara. Now Cameron with a strike. Oh, and forced the save from Geekus. Cameron struck that unbalanced volley as good as he could. So drop ball here. Geekus throws it short. Fiona-Siu, Stevenson, Atete. There's a free kick behind there. So free kick for Olympic here. Perhaps driven forward by Fiona-Siu. Lex for the shorter pass. Yakos with possession. Chipping it over the top. Cameron intervenes. Aquara takes the ball down. Now here is Kane McDowell. Still with McDowell. Skips past Yakos. We're going to keep it alive. Prifty. And Fiona-Siu is able to clear his lines. Ponlu Yin takes it down. Yakos touches and proceeds forward. Voicey's open there. Instead he goes further along to Davies. He's able to take possession down. Now back for Lukachulovic. Now Davies forward here for Mutalemba. Took the touch, and now Davies back out wide to Joseph Mutalemba. Out by Barnard. Now here is Prifty forward, looking for McDowell. Some hard running from the Aces captain, but it was just angled a little too favourably for the Olympic goalkeeper as he collects possession and rolls it to Yakos. Less than 5 minutes remain here in this first half as Stevenson goes to Yin. Now back here for Matete. Finds Chulovic. Now Davies. Mutalemba. Voicey. Run's been made. Katapoulis further on for Davies. There's a player inside the box here. Not quite. Bird gets his lines cleared. Chulovic there with Aquara. Under the feet of Chulovic. Tete away for Olympic. And he's put to ground in a hard challenge there and hoofed away by Bird. Free kick there for Olympic. So, chance here from this set-piece position to perhaps drive a ball into the box. Will do good to get it into an area to trouble the goal of Mondo, who's been very good this first half. Will want to take his clean sheet into the half as well. Looks like Lukachulovic will strike this one. From distance, Chulovic hits the wall, blocked off there, and Ponlu Yin in the box, and Bird just is able to poke it wide, puts it out for a corner. Now a corner by Ponlu Yin. Driven in by Yin, and I think it hit the crossbar on the way out, so on the way through rather, so just out of play for a goal kick. And so Mindil will look to take this to the half. Mondol short to Bird. Now it's driven across to Barnard. Last 30 seconds or so of this half. As Bird drives it forward, Prifty. Oh, sorry, that was Cameron. Prifty on the other side as Stevenson has possession now. Matete. Chulovic. So seconds remain in this first half as Olympic find themselves 2 goals behind. Davies with possession, looking to keep it alive, and it is a throw-in to Mindil deep in their defensive half. So the end of regulation, and the referee says he's seen enough. So half-time here at Darwin Football Stadium. It's 2 goals that write the story of this script at the moment, and it's 2 goals for Uche Aquara, delivered perfectly by James Cameron for the both. Then Aquara double has the Aces up by 2. We'll have a quick break at this half-time and rejoin you shortly for the second half.
Exactly, that's the one. Even the Subaru does that.
Yeah, because it's already got a turbo engine, the 2JZ.
But in Japan's way, cheap. But
Going to Japan next
in
year.
yes,
I'm going to Japan and going to buy a car next year.
next year,
Yeah.
in Japan. I wish, man. I wish I could go in. I wish I could go in so see the food everywhere.
I've already been to Japan.
Really?
No, I can swear in Japanese.
But if you want to translate that again,
Yeah, it's so expensive.
you did the brand new Subaru.
Oh, the WRX?
Yeah, it's just so expensive. It made like
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Second half moments away here. If you're just joining us now, it is a 2-0 advantage to the MINDIL Aces. Two Uche Aquara goals proving the difference at the moment. And we'll see what Olympic can do in this second half to make amends. Just the one change at the half. It's Joseph Mutalemba coming off and Luis da Costa there on the near side, number 13 coming onto the pitch. Olympic will get us kicked off and underway. I'll be going right to left on your screens. All but ready for kickoff here on this Friday night. And referee's ready. Off he blows and off we go. So can Olympic turn things around, or will it be the Aces that take home the 3 points this evening? Matete looks to go immediately wide and forward, but it's a stray and out of play. Throwing to MINDIL in their defensive half. No urgency just yet. It's Bird. Thrown in there by the Aces, and once again out of play. Another MINDIL throw. So right to take this one. Finds McDowell, spins away from Voicey. Lays it across here for Clifford Maynard. Now Matthew Mifsud. Back inside, a lighter pass to Cameron. Works well. Now Bird. Finds Cameron, looking to lay it across. And Stevenson keeps it alive for Olympic. Looks to come into the central area. Yarkos takes possession. He looks to drive it forward. Yarkos's ball forcing Kathapoulis here to do some good. Kathapoulis is challenged from behind. Referee says play on. Luis da Costa keeps it alive. Going to flick it forward. Here's your Yarkos to da Costa. Now Matete. Still with Matete. He goes all the way and wide. Ponlu Yin's ball into the box is out of play for a goal kick. So a chance once again there for Kathapoulis. He couldn't quite take it. Urgency perhaps not quite felt there. Got behind the goalkeeper and perhaps just should have got something onto the ball in the first instance. Try and dink it past Mondol. Good challenge there from the Aces to save a certainty goal. Now Bird lifts this forward. Going to find Mifsud, headed in there. Chulovic off of Quara. Referee said it struck the arm, so it will be an Olympic free kick. By Chulovic, headed up into the air there by Barnard. Kathapoulis back and da Costa back as well. Flick on by da Costa, looking to get to Kathapoulis. Da Costa. Davies. Yarkos. Now Matete. Look at Chulovic now for Olympic. He drives it wide to Stevenson. Cross looking to come inside the box. It's angled in. Yarkos can take it down, volley straight. And it's driven into the Aces player. Appeals for penalties fall on deaf ears. Da Costa heads in here for Voicey. Costa and Voicey getting involved there. Free kick is blown to the favour of Olympic here. It's another set piece opportunity for the red and white side. Can they make something of this one? That is the question. Looks like a left-footed Lewis DaCosta ball here. Try and curl around the wall and force the teammate to get onto the end of it. Comes DaCosta. Back ball there. Does its job. Yayakos can pick up possession. His cross comes back in. Headed in there. Now Andre Prifty to come away from Voicey. First time ball. Davies deflects it. Matete and Prifty back again forward. Davies will get there. Plays it back to Geekus. Now wide here for Adam Davies. Matete. Voicey looking to spin away from Maynard. Matete. Here's Jux Matete, can drive forward. He is now Kathapoulis away from McDowell. Ball goes wide. Mifsud. Yakos picks it up from distance. And now it's forced wide. Ponlu Yin can drive across. Here is Kathapoulis, takes a strike, blocked there. And Ponlu Yin in the offside position, so just allows it to be picked up by the Aces in defence. Now goes up into the air. Not exactly sure what happened there. As now Cameron with possession, thinks it forward. Aquara comes through on goal, and Geekus comes out and makes an unorthodox-like goalkeeper clearance. Effective in the end, does the job. It's a good challenge there from Mifsud. Forward away from Yin. Stevenson putting some pressure in there. Yin with the header. Yakos takes possession and goes back to Geekus. Now Chulovic looking to come forward. Yin keeps it alive, but referee ultimately did say it went out of play. Partially while it was out wide. So it'll be a Mindil ball. Mifsud throws back. Bird drives it forward and high. Kipiator's there. Oh, Geekus came for the ball and missed out there. So corner kick for the Aces. Clifford Maynard to take this one. So perhaps a short ball. Prifty wanted it, but Maynard's saying he's going to go long. Here comes Clifford Maynard. Chips it into the box. Short. Geekus looking to come out to it. Free kick against the Aces. Chulovic with a heavy touch. Forced into back there as Stevenson comes across to Matete. Now Ponlu Yin. Dink it forward. Yayakos. Wide ball is on. Sits there for Stevenson as teammates rush forward. Lewis DaCosta. Space, drives it straight into Kathapoulis though. Prifty turns well, puts Chulovic, Voicey to ground rather. Comes away here, Yin. DaCosta back through to Yin. Offside flag will stay down as Yin looks to come back across. Bird can accelerate away. Cross there by Yin, not quite finding a Reds outlet as now the Aces can drive the other way. Thomas Bird over the top. Chulovic cuts it out momentarily. Matete. Stevenson. Now here is Yin. Matete. Davies with some hard running. Yakos will try and keep it alive, but couldn't quite do so. So Aces throw right to Maynard. Andre Prifty in some open space. Ball over the top looking for Emmanuel Kipiator, and Geekus can arrive and take that one in his grasp. So now Davies has possession. Lewis DaCosta looking for the short touch. Fortuitously, might still work out for Olympic here as Matete has the ball, but it's poked out wide by Aquara to Kipiator. Going down the line as well for Wright. Going to come away from Davies. Still with Matthew Wright. Cross comes into the box. Matete gets there first time and hoofs it forward. Yakos come away from Prifty. And now Yin, some space for Olympic to drive now. Ponlu Yin can look to play it across and over the top. Sliding challenge is good by Clifford Maynard. What was required there for the Aces as DaCosta looked to be in a space of danger. Yakos. In comes the ball from Yakos. It's decently, and Katapoulis comes across. Referee says play on, as Chulovic looking to come across and keep it alive, but a goal kick is the signal. Short ball by Mondol to Bird. Now McDowell. Kane McDowell looking to drive this forward. Vinicius takes down possession now. Chulovic to Davies. Ball driven wide. Yakos in the open space keeps it alive and drives forward. Short one with DaCosta. Prifty makes the challenge and puts it out into touch. So Olympic throw. Davies inside for Vinicius. Hits it back across for his goalkeeper there, Gigas. Now Chulovic. Look at Chulovic with time to find an option. Will he look to find a longer ball over the top for Stevenson? He'll force Bird to come and goes into touch. Olympic throw-in. So Ponlu Yin with his throw. He'll elect to leave it. He will. Stevenson comes to collect. Stevenson back to Matete. Now Chulovic. He looked to drive a ball forward. Options need to present themselves. Instead he looked to go down the line, and that was probably the one option that he shouldn't have proceeded to pursue, and it did go out of play. So MINDIL with this throw-in. Played just over 10 minutes of this second half. It's still just those two Uche Aquara goals that proving the difference at the moment. Olympic have certainly started this second half much better than they did the first, as Matete looking to drive away from McDowell. Still with Matete looking to come away from Barnard now. Turns away from that running ball. Yakos. Katapoulis back heel there for Voici. Run's been continued here by Stevenson, and gets across and cuts it out is, I believe, James Cameron. The Aces winger gets back and puts it out into touch. So it's a much better, certainly creative second half from the Olympic players. It's DaCosta now with this corner kick. It was DaCosta, and his lingering left foot comes in towards goal, and there's contact there, and I believe it was Chulovic couldn't quite get it over the line, as Mondol ends up being in the right place at the right time to gobble up that one. And now Barnard sends it forward, a little too driven down the line. Out of play for an Olympic throw. Matete comes back to Vinicius. Quick across ball here for Chulovic again. Getting back in defence to gather the centre half. And his ball wide finds Luis DaCosta. Slips momentarily but keeps his footing. Stevenson wide for Luis DaCosta. Takes a touch and looks to cross the ball inside. Comes across one, and Ponlu Yin with a strike. And there's a strike for Olympic. And it is cut the deficit in half. And it is 2-1. So Olympic able to cut the deficit in half. Good strike by Ponlu Yin. Means that Olympic have a lifeline, albeit a small one. But now mathematically it is certainly game on. This might force the issue for the Aces coach and Daniel McCormick to make a change shortly. Certainly some order players on the bench. As now this ball wide from Acquara, perhaps instant reply, but it goes out of play. And Geekus is able to gather that one. Matete. Davies. Matete. And out of play there for a MINDIL throw. So certainly has given life into this game, as this one will travel all the way behind for an Olympic goal kick. Dinasu. And comes forward to Yayakos. Chips it well to keep possession. Davies falls underneath the ball. Yayakos spins away. Now Voicey. DaCosta. Cross for Voicey. It's a little too hard, but it works out. Comes out to Yin. Voicey continues his run. Chance to edge into the box, and a block off in there and behind. Barnard puts it out for a corner. And will be a corner for Olympic on this far side. So a chance to equalise. Perhaps they should have already been in that column. Of course, a missed penalty in the first half before the Aces went to double their advantage. Now a big player seems to be looming to come on for the Aces. As DaCosta drives in this corner, headed out there in the first instance. Prifty will gallop across to keep this in, and he does. Chance here now for MINDIL on the counter-attack. Andre Prifty needs to hold the play up. Acquara streaming across far side. Andre Prifty still. Nice cut out there from Davies. Now Stevenson, Kipyator happened to be streaming in behind, but the Olympic defence is able to see it through. Yayakos. His ball over the top. Looks to be finding DaCosta in a good position. Lewis DaCosta through on goal. Oh, and a corner kick, I think, off of the Aces player. So defending a corner, and they'll make the change. Looks to be Clifford Maynard, the man to make way. So number 6 for a number 8, certainly perhaps not just jersey-wise, but positionally. Maynard more of a defensive-minded midfielder, and Matthew Wallace can really play anywhere on the pitch. So Yayakos drives the ball into the box. Dangerous area. The Nasir gets a touch onto it. Driven out of their defensive area, the Aces. Now Jacques Matete from distance. And it did not get a touch on the way through, so just a goal kick. And another ball required. So certainly looking to make a game of this in this last half an hour Olympic. Wallace, one of those substitutes that adds just a little bit more composure and leadership onto the pitch. The usual captain for the Aces. Sends a dynamic ball wide, but Stevenson cuts this one out. Yin, touched back here for Matete. Drives this ball across. Important touch there from Bird, and Barnard's able just to clear his lines. Throw into Olympic and Davies. Now Voicey. So we go away from McDowell here. Isaac Voicey in for Kathapoulis. Chance for Kathapoulis. He drives it wide to Honlu Yin looked to take it down first time, but just misread it. Looking to come past Mifsud, and Mifsud doesn't allow him to proceed through his planted feet. Instead, denies that passage and just goes out of play for an Olympic throw. Stevenson with this throw. Cross to Matete. Heavy touch there. Now Quara. Good tackle there by Chulovic. Needed to be good. And players stayed to ground here in Luka Chulovic. Perhaps contact through on the tackle. Getting back to his feet, Luka Chulovic. Those tenacious players who will look to just soldier on with things, both metaphorically and in reality, as Voicey looking to cut the ball out. Just allowed the stray pass to Prifty for it to be carried through to Geekus, and now Matete. Players stayed down here. It's Chulovic, Yayakos, Yin, and Mifsud's able just to put it out into touch. Chulovic really not in good ways there. Ankle not sitting too well. Signaling to the bench that he needs to be replaced. See how prompt that substitution does come. Looks to come straight from the field there, look at Chulovic. So we'll see if Olympics' hand is forced or if them on the moment they're down to 10 men. Perhaps just a defensive rearrangement. There is a sub made, so look at Chulovic does come from the field, and replacing him is number 15, that's Dennis Konomos. So 15 on and 3 off, so Konomos comes on. Looking to go in this right back position, and Stevenson dropping as a centre half, usual position for Stevenson. So Chulovic shouldn't look any good after that challenge. Straight away clutching at the ankle and even coming off very gingerly. So Yargos will try and win it away from Wallace, but Aquara gets in there now. Wallace. Voicey competes. Prifty puts it wide. Davies takes it down well. Oh, and that's a late challenge. That's a very late challenge. And it's a red card. Wallace is off. A straight red for Matthew Wallace. And the Aces are put down to 10. It's a very, very dangerous challenge there from Matthew Wallace. See the replay there, studs showing, and Davies goes to ground, so uncaptain-like challenge there for Wallace. As now a substitution will be made by the Aces. Davies thankfully back to his feet. You don't like seeing challenges like that. No hesitation there from referee Nasir Jamoun. Red card comes straight out. As now Andrew Prifty will look to be withdrawn, and substitute replacement now. Number 10, that's going to be Israel Tant. He will come onto the pitch for Andrew Prifty. It has to be said, they will be playing these two teams again this coming Tuesday at 7 p.m, Darwin Football Stadium. Tuesday evening at 7 p.m, it will be MINDIL this time, the home team against Olympic. A match that was meant to be played during the round 6 of the Men's Premier League. And of course, that weekend, the Aces entertained Verdi in the Australia Cup. So both of these teams will be playing each other again in the near future. On Tuesday, Mondol comes out and able to parry that, make that save. So the Aces, you think, will just look to take home the 3 points now. Of course, reduced down to 10. So they'll will be happy taking home 3 points here as Voicey comes across to Yayakos. Back across to Voicey. Isaac Voicey. Olympic will look to utilize their extra man, Dennis Konomos. Konomos to Voicey. Going to come away. Isaac Voicey. Ball alive here. McDowell. Back to Cameron. Chance to drive forward. Israel Tan now for Mindil. Here is Bird. Cut out there from Ponlu Yin. Chance to drive forward for Olympic. Yin finds Yayakos, but get there first there was Barnard. Konomos. First time across to Stevenson. Here is Tane Stevenson. Looking for an option. Matete presents. Now Luis da Costa. Goes wide. Davies takes possession. Kipyator following him. Back to Yayakos. Now Voicey. Ball forward looking for Kathapoulis. Cut out by Barnard. But Olympic again with that extra man following the red card to the substitute Matthew Wallace will be able to perhaps hold the ball a little longer. Davies. Matete. Still with Matete, cut through there, Macquarie now. Kathapoulis might fancy one from distance, gets a block in there as Mondol's able to keep it alive and keep possession. Throws it in this wider area to right. Matthew Wright drives forward. Kipyator. Davies there to cut out. Now Luis da Costa tried to keep it going forward. Barnard does well to Israel Tan. Matete crunches in, but accurately. Now Bird looks to go forward for Aquara. Stevenson times the header well. Plenty of Olympic players now in the centre. Ponlu Yin. Now Yayakos. Can drive forward here. Luis da Costa now for Olympic. Away from McDowell. Still with Luis da Costa. And the cross is blocked. And it spins out for, I think, a corner kick. So corner to Olympic. Less than 20 minutes to go now. Can they get an equaliser, and one that would certainly be warranted based just on the second half alone? Can Mindil hold on for all three? Yayakos. In comes the ball, headed there, and it's over the bar by Luis da Costa. So the chances are certainly piling up for Olympic. And that's going to be addressed here by Mindil coach Daniel McCormick. Another substitution for the Aces. So James Cameron, the man to be withdrawn. His assists currently have the Aces leading by 1. And his replacement, number 11, Dominic Burbidge. So Dominic Burbidge on, James Cameron off. As Bird hoists this one forward into the night sky. Dionysio get the faintest of headers. Davies forward. And McDowell mistimed clearance there, just out of play for a throw-in to Olympic. Davies with this throw. Now Dionysio pressured there by Aquara, gets it forward. Tan chests down, keeps possession. Now back to Bird. Bird over the top. Stevenson heads for Matete. Now Dennis Konomos. To Voicey. Voicey back to Matete. Matete looking to dink it over the top. Good touch by Wright. Barnard looking to get it further forward. Yayakos some hard running. And Kipyator was just able to allow that ball to trail out for an Aces throw. Be Wright with the ball in hand. Goes down the line. Burbidge with the header. Dionysio Still with Dom Burbage going forward here. Kipyator with pace. Nasir is able just to tuck it out of play. Just to get the touch off of the Mindil player. So, play alive here. McDowell. Back to Mondol. Cross now for Thomas Bird. Israel Tan, ball under him there. Comes away with possession, Tan. Forces it further wide for Matthew Wright. He can drive now. A chance for the Aces to come the other way. Tete keeps up with him, but in the end, Wright's just dribbled it out of play. So, 15 minutes or so to go. Foisey heads to Matete. Matete now finds Stevenson in space. Now Konomos looking to keep it going. Finds Ponlu Yin. Back in for Konomos. Kathapoulis over the top here. Good space for DaCosta. Good save by Mondol. The spaces are certainly finding themselves. That's a wonderful save there from Mondol to keep it at 2-1. And the substitution can be made there. So Wright comes off and Kaisalis is the substitute replacement. So Ioannis Kaisalis comes on. And Wright will make his way off on this far side. Yakos short to Matete. Chance to strike and it got a touch off of Aquara there. And strong appeals for handball there. Corner kick. Yakos, the pressure mounting as the ball comes in. DaCosta with the header front post and just goes out behind for a goal kick. So with less than 15 to go, you think that there's still maybe a chance or two left in this game. Olympic will try and utilize their man advantage in the time that remains. So Thomas Bird slices this one wide. Ioannis Kaisalis takes it down, looking to come away from Luis DaCosta. DaCosta does well. Yakos looks to come into the center. Israel Tan can't quite keep possession. Now Konomos. Ponlu Yin. Matete. Heavy touch. Tan can get in there and win it. Stevenson trying to keep it alive, and a yellow card you think will be collected from Stevenson, and Mindil free kick. Bird looks to go wide and forward. Kipyator putting in presence there, and Davies is able just to head it back to his goalkeeper. Davies wide to Yakos. DaCosta, chance to send it forward, but is just possessed by Burbage. To McDowell. Now Ioannis Kaisalis looking to go forward, and Matete is able just to head it out and wide. So throw into Mindil. Still a handful of changes left for Olympic. I think the Aces will probably look to make another one shortly. Kaisalis throws it in. Nasir with the header. DaCosta to Matete. Looking for Yakos, takes the touch. Ooh, and doesn't quite win the ball there, but possession still remains with Olympic. DaCosta away from Kipyator. Kipyator's heavy touch goes out of play for a throw. Davies. And so Here's the Nasir. To Geekus. Now Stevenson. Wider to Konomos. Stevenson. Kathapoulos looking to get it wide to Yin. Inside for Voicey, further across, not quite able to keep kept on the same wavelength. Stevenson with the header, away from Aquara. Burbage to Kipyator. To turn inside and out from Davies. Aquara. Matete, which will be dispossessed by Kipyator. And a yellow card, I think, against Matete, bringing Kipyator to ground. So, set piece opportunity for the Aces. And so, free kick for Mindil. Surely you think a goal here would be enough to see home 3 points. Dominic Burbage over it. Will it be direct, or will he try and find a teammate? In comes Burbage, sent to the back post. Oh, and it's all the way in! Dominic Burbage scores for the Aces. And that's simply a fantastic free kick. Beats Geekus, and as I said, I think that's gonna seal all 3 points for the Aces. Some goal, that. Dominic Burbage drifts it into the box and really over the head of Geekus. Not sure if the goalkeeper could have done any more there. Beaten as he was rooted to the spot. Now Emmanuel Kipyator. The Aces perhaps feeling the momentum now. Israel Tan. Back to Bird. Now McDowell. Kipyator. Kaisalis. Israel Tan. Sends it forward. And this one will be gathered by the goalkeeper. Yunusir. Stevenson. Wide to Konomos. Inside looking for Kathapoulos. Aquara. Israel Tan. Bird to Mondol. Mondol sends this one wide, a little too wide. And a substitution for the Aces here. Perhaps after this throw. It's now Matete. Goes to Yayakos. Yayakos further wide. Davies continues his run. Cross comes into the box. Cleared out. Kipyator looked to accelerate away from Davies. Ball played forward. He is Uche Aquara. Kipyator's made his run continued. Emmanuel Kipyator looked to burn away from the Nasir, but the Nasir as well. And it's out of play for a throw. And the substitution can be made now. So Uche Aquara, I think, will be coming from the field. 2 goals for him tonight. He's done a fair chunk of work in seeing this one home. And so Aquara off, and it's going to be replaced by Armandani. So it's a throw into Mindil here. Less than 7 minutes to go. Armandani looking to get immediately into the box. Cleared out. Yayakos. Armandani takes possession. Kane McDowell dinking it over the top. Tan coming. Mifsud gets the header. Konomos and Tan compete. On the Yin. Back to Voicey. And Bird's able just to put it out into touch. So Olympic throw on the far side. Still some subs left for Olympic. Double change for the Reds coming up shortly. Matete deflected there. McDowell coming out there with Stevenson. Tarn back. Darnay an opportunity. Konomos look to get there first. The shin pad comes out there. A double change for Olympic to come. Lu Yin coming off. Going off on the far side, and Isaac Voicey to come off as well. It's a double change being replaced there promptly by Joel Formoso, and also debutant, I could be mistaken if I am incorrect, but Themeli Malis coming onto the pitch. So number 12, Joel Formoso, and also there, number 16, Themeli Malis coming on for Olympic. See what they can offer to this game in the final stages. Konomos throws it. Here's Formoso. Stolen by Kipketor there. Going to come away from Konomos. Leaves in the foot there. Konomos to hold it up momentarily. Emmanuel Kipketor. Inside here, Burbage. Already scored tonight. Kipketor back in for Burbage, but the offside flag remains. So will be a Olympic set piece. Their defensive half. Inasiu. Yarkos. Wide to Konomos. Formoso. Looks to go wide. Blocked there. Mifsud. Looking to go forward. Inasiu. Yarkos has a look first as he takes possession. And now turns and looks to go to Davies. Kai Salas gets contact, and now here is McDowell, dinking it over the top. Inasiu with the header. Yarkos to Davies. Dinking it over the top, return ball perhaps for Yarkos. Barnard gets there. And he concedes just a throw-in, a deep throw-in for Olympic. And a chance to perhaps come back into this now. Kathapoulis. Looking to turn on Barnard, still with Kathapoulis. Stays alive for the Olympic forward. Kathapoulis. Across to Malis. Formoso strikes, and it's wide. So an opportunity it was for Formoso. Just not able to keep it going. So, goal kick for Mindil, simply put. As we enter the last 3 minutes of the game. Maybe a minute or two of additional time, but not long now. Stevenson rises with the header, kept in alive by Malis, but his touch is a little wayward. It goes out for a throw to Mindil. And again, with both of these teams playing each other again in less than a week, we'll certainly be entertained to some football on Tuesday night. And these two teams face off once again. Mondol. Now McDowell. Cut out there by Inasiu. Now Matete. Davies. Now Inasiu. Still with Inasiu. Yarkos. McDowell's able to pick it off. Darnay. Burbage looking to play it through for Armand Darnay. Chance for the substitute to drive forward. Challenge there by Inasiu and Konomos, and the Olympic defenders went out there as Malis comes back with a touch to Konomos, and he roughs it forward. Tarn unable to head it, but Bird's there. Tarn receives it on the second attempt. Now Thomas Bird dinking it over the top, looking for Kipketor. He'll take it down on the chest, and now Burbage looking for Darnay again. Yarkos with the header. McDowell heads into the air. Once again by McDowell. Israel Tarn takes it down. Still with Israel Tarn with possession. Coming away from Stevenson. Tarn with possession. Goes wider to Ioannis Kaisalis. Crossing coming into the box as Davies forced to compete with Kaisalis in this wide area and is unable to keep his footing. So just an aces throw. We have less than a minute to play. Strong challenge by Matete on Tan. Stays alive. Matete. Yayakos pokes it wide and DaCosta unable to keep it alive. So an Olympic, sorry, Mindil throw. Substitution for Olympic as well. As coming off the pitch there is Adam Davies, going to be placed by Yogeshwara Wijaya, more affectionately known as Yudish. And will be Mindil throw. Kaisalis throws in for Kipyator, chests it down away from Formoso, but Formoso wins the second ball as he's put to ground. Kipyator enters the box here, looking to come away from Stevenson. Matete as well. Regia clears it. Kaisalis, Burbage. Kills to Kipyator, chance to go inside here. Headed up by Konomos. Malis now can look to pace away from Tan. It's back to go forward perhaps. Malis does well to turn on the ball. Away from Tan. Brought to ground. Not quite a card there against Tan. This will be a free kick for Olympic in their defensive half. And will be a free kick for Olympic. Denisio goes back to the goalkeeper. Stevenson, Matete. Loses out possession to Burbage. Free kicks given there against Matete. Burbage might fancy this. He's some distance away, but he's already scored from a set piece. Instead takes it quickly, goes to McDowell. Probably content to hold it against the corner. Rajaya does very well though. Now it's Formoso. Chance to drive forward for Olympic. One final opportunity perhaps as he goes wide here for Yayakos, but Bird will look to hold his ground, and the referee has a look at the watch. There surely isn't that long left. And the Aces will look to hold on to this advantage and take home the 3 points. Winner by Kaisalis. DaCosta with the header. Now Yayakos. Top here for Malis. Formoso. Further wide here for Konomos. Strike on the left and goes over the bar. So a chance goes a beg. Might be costly here, as I think that's all she wrote for Olympic on this Friday night. Of course, we have 2 more games tomorrow at 4 p.m. Darwin Hearts against Casuarina, followed by the Donate Life match between Hellenic and Azuri at 8 o'clock. An annual match, that one, between Hellenic and Azuri, played tomorrow at 8 p.m. Thrown in there for Olympic. Here is Konomos. Sit inside for Formoso, looking to turn away from Tan. Tan wins it out. Kipyator pokes it over the top, retains possession himself. Kipyator looking to go to Dani. Denisiu's frontal position. Back to Geekus. Goes back out wide to Denisiu. Not long left at all. Has to be said, as Denisiu has possession. Gives it away to McDowell. Konomos trying to get the tackle in there. Will be an Olympic throw in these late stages. Another look at the watch for the referee. Thrown in there. Family Malis takes it down, but he dispossessed there. Mifsud hoofs it forward. Denisiu heads. Konomos. Now Formoso. Slices it across field. Now Regia. Yudish Regia comes forward into the space for DaCosta. Barnard with possession. Dinks it up into the air. Throw in for Olympic on this near side. Regia. Throws it short. Barnard collects. And he hoofs it forward. Benasiu keeps it alive for Matete. Now Regia. Cut out there by Burbage. Referee whistle in the mouth. And blows to signal the end of the match there. And the MINDIL Aces take home a 3-1 win on this Friday night. Anucha acquire a double and a goal from Burbage from distance, enough to take it home. The 10 men of the Aces able to hold out and take a 3-1 win over Olympic and close out your Friday night, ladies and gentlemen. My name has been Georgia Scufezis. It's been a pleasure to have your company this evening, and we'll see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. for some more Premier League football.
Good.